Hello everyone, this week's video is the first of the Robotech RDF Manual. In this video, I am going to be talking about the optional rules and random roll tables. Now, you'll find a continuity error in this video as I recorded part of it a week later. That's probably why I didn't have a video out last Saturday, circumstances, and I have a different shirt on. But it's still good content, I hope you enjoy it. So let's get started. To start with, we have a brief introduction. Within the preceding pages, you will find a wealth of data, maps, charts, and descriptions about the people, places, and machines of the post-Holocaust world of Macross / Robotech. Rules and optional rules. Now, I didn't cover optional rules in the previous book, but that is due to the fact that they weren't as prevalent as they are in this book. You have the main rules and the optional rules in this book kind of front center because this kind of what this book is meant to be is a expansion on the first book, not a direct sequel. Aerial combat. Now, for the same reason the aerial combat here is brief, is the same reason I don't tend to cover it, is because it's covered in the first book. We're covering physical SDC points. Now, these are exactly the same as in the previous book, so I'm just going to skip over it like I did with aerial combat. Increasing skill knowledge. Optional. What it basically says here is that a lot of people said that they wanted more skills for their character. And so Kevin Simbita, the creator, added a list for people to increase their character skills. Well, 2 lists, actually. All characters start off at the rank of private. Skill, courage, and leadership in the field will result in increase of rank. Most characters will become corporals and sergeants with relative ease. However, quickly receiving sergeant stripes does not mean a lieutenant's bar is ever going to come. Now, this section here talks about how presumably a GM will have the player characters as their own separate group, their own separate squad. So generally you're going to have a leader, an officer in command. Now, here it suggests have the players vote to avoid any hurt feelings. Robotech random hit location tables. Optional. Now, I'm not reading this whole angle of attack like most of the player GM thing, just this little bit up here. There are 5 angles of attack. Front, back, side, top, or bottom. Determining angle of attack can be done 2 ways. 1, by rolling on the random angle table, or 2, responding to obvious circumstances in gameplay. The first way to determine angle of attack is obvious and not particularly accurate. The second way is what Kevin suggests, whenever possible, unless there is an ambush. The player should have a clear idea of his target or his opponent's location. It is usually obvious what angle is most appropriate. I'm going to kind of scroll through this. If you can pause and read it if you want. At my reading speed, trust me, you don't want to hear me try to read this. We'll be here for like a week. Secondary hit location. Using the random hit location tables means you are likely to hit the same area repeatedly, even after it has been destroyed. Does that mean you're going to hit the same exact location every time, even after it's been destroyed? No. It just means that you have a greater chance of hitting the same area more than once if you intend to or not. Left or right? This right here is a very long, complicated explanation to simply say you have a 50-50 chance of hitting either side of the mech, destroyed and or immobilized. When all the MDC of a particular hit location or area of a mech or vehicle has been depleted, it is destroyed and is considered useless. Now, does that refer to the whole mech? No, that refers to the individual spot that has been destroyed. Where it mentions immobilized is referring to like if you hit the legs. Random hit location tables. Optional. I'm going to go through, read the name of each one. I'm not going to list off all the locations or the numbers, but I'm going to read the name of each random table, and if you want, you can pause and read them yourself. Veritech, Jet Mode. Veritech, Guardian Mode, Veritech, Battle Mode, the Excalibur, the Gladiator, the Mac 2, the Radar X, Spartan. I cannot pronounce that. It's one of the vehicles in this book, though. The QF3000E Ghost, the Lancer 1, the Lancer 2, I can't pronounce that, SFV, the Cat Eye Recon, the LVT Adventure 2, basically fighters and jets of all type, Zentradi Mech, typical Zentradi Battle Pod, Zentradi Recon Scout Pod, Zentradi Artillery Battle Pod, Officers Battle Pod, Officers Armored Battle Pod, Fighter Pod, Zentradi Foot Soldier, Male Power Armor, Female Power Armor, and the Random Angle Tables. Before we go, I'll leave you with this pretty cool picture. And that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. There aren't going to be that many videos for the RDF manual. In the end, it is a pretty small book, but I expect to get 4 or 5 videos out of it. I hope to see you at my next video. Have a great week.